Hello, everyone. My name is Bobby, and I'm part of IXL's Professional Learning Services team. In this brief microlearning, I'll share with you how you can support your K-5 students in language arts via small group instruction and IXL. To begin, let's look at the research of both John Hattie and Robert Marzano, two very well-known educational researchers. While their opinions don't always align, there are three things that they've always agreed on, and that is that students will make progress when they're taught in small group instruction that is combined with collaboration, with students working together. That small group instruction should begin by having the teacher activate the prior knowledge of students on that topic, and that students should always have the opportunity to apply the knowledge in order to show their understanding. So what might this look like? Let me put you into a scenario where you're a second grade teacher who's noticing a struggle in your students' writing when it comes to capitalization. What you can do is have students practice the capitalization review skill practice in IXL. Following student practice, you'll visit the Analytics tab, followed by Skills, and then select in the Skills Practiced area that specific blue link, in this case, the capitalization review. After selecting that blue link, you'll be pulled into the skill diagnostics. In the diagnostics, we'll share with you the percentage of students that have mastered the skill, the percentage continuing to practice, and the percentage of students who, for whatever reason, have not begun practicing yet. Now, what's immediately below the skill diagnostics is an area where we show you when students completed that skill practice, what level of rigor were they working in, and what's their SMART score. Notice that in this scenario, I have 5 students who are well below proficiency and never made it out of those level 1 or basic item types as they were completing that capitalization review practice. So these are the 5 students that I'm going to pull into small group instruction with me, and I'm going to rebuild their confidence involving capitalization. What might that look like? Well, let's go back to the idea of Marzano and Hattie. I'm going to begin by activating students' prior knowledge. What might that look like? I'm going to project a sentence riddled with capitalization errors onto my front board. And then I'm going to say to students, is there anything wrong with this sentence? If so, what's wrong with that sentence? Once I get that dialogue going, I'm going to probe them even further. How did you know that there were errors? Following the activation of that prior knowledge, I'm going to launch into my instructional strategy. We're going to go back and we're going to review all of those important capitalization rules that they need to keep in mind as they're writing. Notice that what you're looking at on the screen is an example of the adaptive feedback that IXL provides when a student answers incorrectly. Never hesitate to use our adaptive feedback to support your instruction. To do that, all you would do is simply project that specific skill practice, answer a question wrong, and the feedback will appear in order for you to use that during your instruction. So what you might do is review those capitalization rules and all of the different examples that we provide. Once you believe that students are really beginning to remember those important capitalization rules, have them launch into that collaboration. For this example, maybe have them begin brainstorming in groups all kinds of different proper nouns for specific categories that would involve capitalization. After completing the brainstorm, now they need to apply. Challenge students to write 3 sentences using words from that brainstorm that they just did, being absolutely sure to show you that they can capitalize correctly. And then you'll finish with your check for understanding. Know that you can always project this part of the skill diagnostics to your front board or your smart board. In order to do that, simply log on to your account, go to this area of analytics, scroll to your level 1 students. I would suggest magnifying your screen a bit so they can't see their names and their SMART scores. And notice that we provide to the left and the right of that one level 1 example item type gray arrows that you can click on in order to scroll through a ton of different level 1 item types for practice. So I might begin with that check for understanding involving the I do, where I'm going to model in front of my students how I'm going to fix that one capitalization mistake in that example item type. Following the I do, we'll do the we do. We're going to do some guided practice together. Then I might have them work with a shoulder buddy or a partner. And then I'll end with the you do, where they will practice independently, followed by in their IXL account, showing me that they've made progress via both my small group instruction that I've led, as well as that skill practice. So let's return to those ideas put forth by Marzano and Hattie. We know that small group instruction is a very effective way of helping students make progress, as well as collaboration. We also know to begin with some kind of question that will really allow a student to activate their prior knowledge. Are there errors? How did you know that there were errors? And we'll always end with that application, the we do and the you do. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions about your continued implementation of IXL, never hesitate to reach out to the team at pd@ixl.com.